As you can see, this engine is no longer located in the engine bay. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward to take out. Really just a very neat little unit. I know I keep going on about it, but there it is. Hey, if I'm not enthusiastic about it, how can anyone else be? So, we have some engine mounts that need to be replaced, that kind of thing. This engine timing chain cover, that obviously needs to be replaced. That might be a little involved, but we'll see how that goes. This car has like a little over 200,000 miles on it, and really, I don't think it's anything for these Hondas to go that and further. But I might replace the timing chain on it. They say it's good for the life of the engine, but I guess I'll decide when I open it up and see if there's like anything slack or whatever. You don't know how hard of a life these cars have had. But yeah, it's the enthusiasm has not waned. Today, however, what we are doing is, these do not go on the Honda Fit. These are part of the Fiat 128 rear suspension. And I got these from Croatia. And it's a company called Old Timer Parts. This guy named Andrea, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his name. But yeah, I ordered these, and yes, I could have ordered these arms from Midwest Bayless, but not these exact arms. These arms are reinforced with extra plating welded onto the bottom part, and that's it's kind of part of my MO of kind of over-engineering, upgrading stuff that I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to be putting a lot of extra force through this rear suspension, but you don't want to need it and not have it. So let me show you why I had to order these. Okay, this was not noticeable when the car was 3 inches higher. And yeah, just contact. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's a 40-year-old car. You have to think that some sort of shenanigans were going to have happened and reasons why things get parked, and compounding issues which convince the previous owner that I don't want to deal with it. So I'm dealing with it. and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, so let's open up the manual, and also, to be fair, I also wanted to drop the fuel tank out of here because I need to see about how compatible the Honda fuel tank, fuel pump architecture, all that stuff, is with this tank, and how the relative deepness of them. So yeah, there's a sort of a double reason, but yeah, this is reason enough. It's not going to roll anywhere happily like this. So let's see if we can make it roll happily. And here we are. And I look different. wearing the nationalistic, patriotic toque or ski cap of our country here. Yes, I do think it is important to be patriotic. That we live in a pretty extraordinary country, even though we got our problems, and we got a lot of problems. I think we can all pull together and hopefully go in the same direction for the good of the country. So anyway, working on this. You know, everyone thinks that we are very, very, we have so many problems and differences. I happen to think that, and I apologize for going a different direction here just for a second. I think that our differences are often exaggerated and magnified unnecessarily by a lot of corporations and honestly wealthy people that really don't want us to look in the direction of where they are. They really like how everything is going, and for the 99.678% of the rest of us that have to actually pay bills and be accountable for the lives we lead, a lot of these people really want us to keep pointing fingers at each other instead of looking at them and saying, how come it is that you don't pay your fair share? How come it is that you get to dictate how the rest of us live? And they've really taken over, I think, a huge part of the government. Democrats, Republicans, it doesn't matter. They're all in the pocket of the wealthy. And I'm not talking just like rich people, I'm talking like wealthy. So just gnaw on that for a little while. Especially since it's a goddamn election year. Or, I'm sorry, gosh darn. My wife is trying to wean me off of taking God's name in vain. And really, God is incredibly awesome. And let's just keep moving on. Sorry, I am sorry for that little tangent. I sometimes go on it. So, yeah, I'm going to take out the fuel tank because it seems like that might be one of the things. I mean, I got to take it out anyway. It's one of the things that you got to take out, which will help just, working on the suspension period. And I don't mean to be lazy, but some of the directions in this are like, well, you got to do all these other steps. And I'm like, of course, yeah, I am lazy. I am a little bit lazy. But I try to be lazy in a good way. All right, let's work at this. Do you really want to see me do all this and scoot around on my back and butt underneath the car? There's really nothing interesting to see under here, so how about we just cut to results, and if I'm missing a finger or a hand or half a face, we'll just deal with it then. All right, we have another episode of the electric companies. Which one of these is not like the other? Yeah, that's not right. Okay, so I can take a look and see how buckled and useless that is. Yeah, and bushings are totally shot as well. So it's just a good thing overall that this thing is just getting redone. Okay, all right. So I wrestled out the fuel tank, and yeah, all the rubber lines just crumbled, which is, I guess, after what you would expect after 40 years. But what I didn't expect after 40 years is for there to be fuel in this. And yes, it is the color of varnish, kind of orangey, golden brown color. I and there's a fair amount in there, and I'm like, did they try to put some in and give us sort of a half-assed attempt at getting it running? That's all good. That's fine. I will dispose of it appropriately. But I thought I would like to see that also. Anywho, we're concluding this short little day. Right. I wrestled that control arm on. I didn't get the other side done because it's just getting too late, and it was a bit of a learning experience how to deal with pressed-in bushings that weren't exactly positioned right, so had to do some compressing and rejiggering of that. On the positive note, I found a penny inside here from 1977, so I think this was probably minted and then went into this car and stayed. Yeah, it all bolted back up properly and good, and I'll show you a cutaway of the wheel finally being centered in the wheel well. Yeah, I guess it was a success. Anyway, that's it, and thanks for joining me on another step along the path of getting this little old thing running and driving and scooting along pretty good. Anyway, I don't know. I guess be good to yourself. Be good to people that you see. Remember, we are all in this together, and there's nothing that we can't handle, and it's all going to be all right. All right. So take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.